Good evening, Rockets fans. Today, we're going to talk about last night's game, Rockets versus the Warriors. Unfortunately, we did lose. There's a lot of things that we have to grow off of. There's a lot of things that we can talk about today. I want to start off on a positive note and talk to the Rockets coaching staff, talk to the players, talk to the front office, the executive team. These guys lost games on purpose in order to play us. I'm going to say it again. These guys lost games on purpose in order to play us. They couldn't get the wins in the regular season. They're struggling again. The Golden State Warriors are on a downward slope. And I say this, right, as objectively as I can. Again, I'm the #1 Rockets fan. The Rockets and the Warriors have had a long history with the Warriors being a lot more dominant than we've been, right? We've had a combination of not playing the right offense against these guys. We've had a combination of not playing the right offense. It's also been injuries, and it was just Steph's turn to rise to ascension. And you know, funny thing about fate is when you're meant to do great things, there's not a lot of things that can stop you. And Steph, as we're gonna get into later, man, he was just destined ever since Davidson to do great things in this NBA, in this league, and he's the greatest shooter of all time for a reason. So you just gotta learn to go with the punches. You have to learn that every single game is a brand new series, right? We got to flush this one down the toilet. Watch the film, of course, but we got to flush this one down the toilet. We can take some of the things that we can take particular plays from the previous games that we've played against the Warriors and the things that we've seen that are successful. But for a lot of our players, this is the very first time that they're playing in the playoffs. And it showed last night. Jalen Green did not have a great game. Amen Thompson looked visibly nervous. You did a good job of shaking the jitters off. But I do want to give a special shout out to my boy Jabari Smith Jr. That boy there, that boy got ice in his veins, man. He got ice in his veins, and although he's not the player of the game, I gotta give him a shout out because I saw that the moment is never too big for him. Giving a shout out to a former Rockets great, Robert Horry. I see Jabari Smith Jr. being a Robert Horry type guy for us, man, and I love it. I love it. But we do have to talk about the game. We have to talk about the things that we got to see. So in the first quarter, we started off amazing, right? We had that energy. We were like itching to get into the playoffs. And I love it, right? I love it. We got to keep that same energy. And even though that we're down one game, we still have to have the same energy that we started with. And we have to be consistent throughout game 2, which is on Wednesday. My guy, Alfred Şengün, who's going to be the player of the game, he ate his Wheaties, understanding the assignment, understanding that Draymond Green cannot guard you. This play, you're going to see Alfred Şengün putting Draymond Green in the rim. That man has a family. I love to see it. Keep it up. Keep your foot on this guy's neck, man, because nobody on that team can guard you. Nobody on that team can guard you. And the players that can be a little bit more physical in the Kevon Looneys of the world are certainly not quick. So do with that what you will, man. You have to switch up your game. Your game has to be adjustable, have to be adaptable. But I got to give you the biggest shout out because you came to play. Now, again, we will be successful when we have Alperen Şengün and Jalen Green playing well together the same night. If we could do that 4 times, we could beat this team. That is the recipe for us playing well against the Warriors. And they've decided, right? There's things that we can learn from this game. They have decided that they can't guard Alperen Şengün. They're not going to try to take away Alperen Şengün. That's a point on us. They've decided to key in on Jalen Green. Jalen, it's your first time playing in the NBA playoffs, right? This is the first time that we've gotten to this seed. You are not shying away from the moment. I got to give you kudos on that. But we have to veer away from the ISO ball, man. You have a good matchup when you're playing against Steph, but Steph, even his defense steps up to another level in the playoffs. You have to move the ball around. You have to get this guy moving his feet. You have to get him off balance. Like I was saying in our previous video when we played against the Warriors, you have to get A+ shots. More A+ shots and less C- shots, because those ISOs they're good, but he has a lot of help on the drive, and he's taking away your spots. The elbow jumper, he's gonna lock down on those spots, and they're gonna take away the drive. So what you have to do is we have to move the ball and get the team rotating on get the Warriors rotating on defense. And when you get somebody that is trying to chase and get and close out on on you as a defender, they're trying to close out. That's when you're able to shine. That's when you're able to put the work and put the ball in the hole the best. That's what's going to work in the playoffs and this time in the season. Let's make the adjustment, Jalen. Let's make the adjustment because we need you, bro. We need you. We need you. We need you. And let this be the last game that you struggle like that, man. You got your foot. You dipped your foot in the playoff waters. You got what it feels like, what it's gonna look like. We still haven't played in a playoff atmosphere in San Francisco, right? That's gonna be another opportunity where those jitters are coming, right? Because you have the home court advantage now, right? You got everybody in Houston that's loving you, that's gonna cheer you on, and we got great fans in Houston, right? It's gonna be different in San Francisco. So let's iron out the kinks while we're still in Houston. Let's get a win this next game. And it all starts by taking great shots, man. We struggled on offense. The defense our defense did its thing, but we struggled on offense. And great players like Jimmy Butler and Stephen Curry, they're not going to struggle for long. Those guys are future Hall of Famers. Doesn't matter what scheme that we do. It doesn't matter how much talent that we have. You gotta come to play with the big boys when it's time. Second quarter, Tari Eason, way to muck the game up, man. This is what we need you for. We need the Terra Twins to have a huge appearance in the next game. Amen Thompson. It's not only you, but what's for the birds today is our free throws. We will never be able to win this series if we're not making free throws. We have to be better when it comes to free throws. We will go home, embarrassingly enough, if we do not make our free throws. Take this time from Sunday to Wednesday to have an overemphasis on free throws. Alfred Şengün understood the assignment. I got to give him a shout out because he was doing a solid job when it came to free throws. But we have to do better at the free throw line. Amen Thompson, in the second quarter, you were trying to save the ball too much and ended up making more fast break plays for the opposite team. And I love the effort, but I would rather the ball go out of bounds and we're able to set our defense versus we throw the ball to the other team. They get a fast break. They have numbers in transition and leads to a wide open three by Steph or a layup, which is momentum. Let the ball go out of bounds if you're not able to throw it off of one of these guys' legs. That's the next play, right? Don't throw it away from our basket. Throw it closer to our basket and off of somebody's leg, below the knee, towards our basket. So if they do get a turnover, if you do decide to try to save the ball, you got somebody that's pinned underneath our basket where we can defend for 94 feet. And we can potentially get a steal and a layup, which is somewhat of our version of a fast break. Or you throw the ball off of the defender's leg and then we get another possession. Or let the ball just go out of bounds, man. Because there was 2 times in a row where you tried to save it, and again, I got to give credit to you because you want to do, you're giving and putting forth the effort, but it was shooting us in the foot when you were doing it. So let's veer away from that. Let's change up the strategy when it comes to that. I said it before, say it again. We struggled when it came to our offense throughout this entire game. We had 78 points, I want to say, at the end of the game. It was not good. We had great runs. Third quarter and the fourth quarter, we had great runs. We were down 21 at one point and we made it to a single-digit game. Got it back to like 4. Got it back to, a winnable deficit. But we have to do better on offense. We have to get better shots. We had horrible shots, and it reflected in our field goal percentage. Got to move the ball around, man. We can't get away from what got us here. Ball movement, chemistry, defense. Ball movement, chemistry, defense. Ball movement, it waned in the first half. In the second half, we started to get great shots. But I need the Jalen Greens of the world, man. We need you. We need you, man. You can't have another game like this. There's a lot on your shoulders. Move without the basketball. Continue to crash the boards. I saw you was getting some good rebounds. Continue to crash the boards. Try to affect the game in other ways. If your game isn't doing well on offense, you can always get second chance rebounds. You can always backdoor cut. You can always set a screen. You can always play hard defense. So next game, there's no excuse when it comes to the jitters, man. Gotta be able to lock in. We have to be able to understand the severity of this moment. It's not the end of the world if we lose the next game, but we're gonna go down in Golden State it's already an uphill climb. We lost home court advantage so far, and these guys smell blood in the water, man. These guys smell blood in the water. This next game is going to reflect how much heart we have on our team. Third quarter, sometimes it's just not your night. Sometimes you're going to see, the further that we get along in these playoffs, you're going to see the the reason why some of these players that you're playing against each and every night are considered the upper echelon, the top fives ever, the best shooters of all time, the greatest of all time. You're going to see why those titles are given or allotted to these players. In this play, you're going to see an example of that. There's no better defense that you could have done here, Jalen Green. No better defense that you could have done, and it was just an animal playing with his food. And you got to give credit, man. It's just one of those things where you just got to nod your head. It is what it is. He made a shot. He ain't going to do it again. And unfortunately, he did do it again, but we can't let this be the back-breaking plays. Can't let it be the back-breaking plays. We have to play so well on offense that his points don't matter. That's how you counter this, right? They got two great players in Jimmy Butler and Stephen Curry. I still need y'all to stay on the floor when it comes to Jimmy Butler, right? Because he's going to bait you. He's going to bait you. Got to stay home. Got to throw bodies at Jimmy. Stay on the floor. And we got to beat up Steph the course of the series, right? Draymond Green's trying to get in Alperen Sengun's head by being physical. And although it may be a lot harder to get in Steph Curry's head, we can knock him down on the floor. We can knock him down on the floor. We can get physical with him. We can do those things. We can do those things, man. We can do those things. But way to fight back into the game in the second half. Again, we had a huge run in the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, we showed some heart. We showed some effort. And it's a good thing, right? I didn't want to turn the game off because I was starting to get upset. But we got to do a better job of being consistent and not taking quarters off, right? We did 3 quarters pretty well. Second quarter was bad, and the end of the fourth quarter was bad. Just seemed like after we took Steven Adams out of the game in the fourth quarter, our rebounding completely fell off. Can't only depend on one player to get rebounded. So the next game is on Wednesday. Let's try to get a win. Let's get back to what makes us great in the Rockets, man, and stop looking at the Warriors like these dudes are just some giants that can't be defeated. These guys are beatable. These guys are a 7 seed and understand that anytime somebody is losing and aiming for you, they have something in that is flawed with them, because you should want anybody that steps up. I'm going to go and get the championship, and I'm not going to try to course my way in order to see what's the best route for me to the championship. No, I'm the best team, and I'm not ducking any smoke. I want all the smoke. I want any team, and I want them at their best. So they got kinks in their armor too. Peace, y'all. I'm trying to famous. Ooh, I'm trying to famous.